Welcome to our deep dive into one of history's darkest periods. The year 536 AD, often cited as the worst year to be alive. Let's explore what made this year so catastrophic and how it changed the course of history. The year 536 AD kicked off with a mysterious, dense fog that spread across much of Europe, the Middle East, and parts of Asia. This fog was no ordinary weather phenomenon. It was so thick and persistent that it blocked out sunlight day after day, leading to a dramatic drop in temperatures. This sudden shift ushered in the coldest decade in over 2,000 years. Imagine living in a world where summer temperatures plummet, where the sun disappears for over a year, and where crops fail across the globe. This was the reality for people in 536 AD. But what caused this dramatic darkness and cold? Recent scientific studies point to a massive volcanic eruption, likely in Iceland. The eruption spewed enormous quantities of ash and sulfur into the stratosphere, spreading particles that blocked sunlight. This environmental disaster triggered what we know as the Late Antique Little Ice Age, a period marked by colder temperatures and agricultural decline that lasted until about 660 AD. The impact of this climatic anomaly was brutal. In Ireland, the chronicles record a failure of bread from 536 to 539 AD. In China, the Dust Veil event was recorded in historical documents which mentioned snow in August and a dying population across the Taihang Mountains. But the darkness of 536 AD brought more than just cold and famine. The weakened states and struggling populations also had to contend with the outbreak of the Justinian plague in 541 AD. Named after the Byzantine Emperor Justinian, this bubonic plague further decimated the population, already weakened by hunger and the cold. The Justinian plague would go on to recur over the next 2 centuries, wiping out up to half of the population of the Eastern Roman Empire and hastening its decline. The combined effects of the climate disaster and the plague had profound implications for the political and social structures of the time. The European territories saw a reshuffling of power as populations moved to escape the famine and disease. This movement of people and the ensuing social disruptions laid the groundwork for numerous changes, including the rise of new kingdoms and the spread of Christianity, as people sought new hopes and solace in religion. The aftermath of 536 AD illustrates how environmental and biological catastrophes can reshape civilizations in dramatic ways. It was a year that truly tested the resilience of human societies. In these dark times, the societal structures were strained to their limits. Leadership was challenged, and the traditional roles within communities often shifted, sometimes allowing new leaders and social structures to emerge. The instability was not just a crisis, but also an opportunity for change and adaptation. Moreover, the global cooling and persistent darkness had impacts that reached far beyond the immediately affected regions. As trade routes were disrupted, economic networks that had sustained empires were strained, leading to economic transformations and innovations as societies adapted to new realities. In the wider historical context, the events of 536 AD underscore the interconnectedness of environmental, political, and health crises. The lessons from this time are especially relevant today as we face our own challenges of climate change and global health crises. Understanding our past can help us prepare for and mitigate the impact of future global events. Thanks for joining us in unraveling the events of 536 AD, a year of darkness and despair, but also a pivotal moment that shaped the course of human history. If you found this journey into the past insightful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more historical explorations. Keep learning, stay curious, and see you in the next video.